Welcome back. Let's learn Excel with a simple example today. So today's example would be supermarket. Identifying how much profit we are making in a supermarket. Okay, let's rename the sheet to supermarket. Now, so how do we identify a supermarket with? We associate supermarket with different kinds of produce or different kinds of goods they sell. Let's call it type of products, I would say. To keep it simple, I'll say vegetables, fruits, and meat, drinks, and spelling. Drinks and what else? Flowers, packaged goods. For example, I'm just categorizing them. You get the idea. Different types of products that the supermarket is selling. So now we need to have cost of the products and sales on month 1. Let's say, for example, we'll do sales per month. So cost of the products would be vegetables. Let's say I would average it, saying it's around $50. Let's call it cost, because we're talking about vegetables in total. So I would give cost and sale. So $50 vegetables on month 1, and we made a profit of $50. So half profit is what we are making, which is 100%. So, and let me just convert everything to dollars, currency. It can be dollars, euros, or any other currency, or Indian rupees. I'm just using dollars here as a representation. Okay, now we have cost and sales per month. Let's do cost and sale per month 2. I just dragged and you'll get the cost and sale for month 2. You could continue to do that for however long you want. Okay, say for example, I want to see 6 up to 6 months. Alright, so for fruits, I would say I spent $100 and I've earned $250. It's a little more. Meat, I've spent $300 and I've earned $560. For drinks, I've spent $100, I've earned $250. Flowers, I spent $200, I earned $300. Packaged goods, say I spent $1,000, I earned $1,400 dollars. Let me expand the cells, select all the columns and expand them so it's easier. And I want to have everything as dollars because we're talking about currency. Okay, I selected the dollar. So now let me zoom in so it's much easier to see the screen. Let's go to cost. Similarly, what I would do is for month 2 my cost is 60 and my profit is 120. So I'm creating a pattern here so that Excel can just do it randomly. Okay, 310, 470. Let's keep this 100 and 250. Let's keep this 250 and 400. Let's keep this 1000 and 200. Yeah, now what am I doing? I created a pattern and I don't have to manually fill all this. You get the idea. I just drag and drop and Excel follows the pattern that I created. If you observe it, for vegetables I said first month cost is 50, second month cost is 60, and so on and so forth. So it just, I think the Excel started calculating from this pattern from here as an incremental of, I don't know what pattern it took. Yeah, it just run some random numbers. Let's consider them as some random numbers. Now that we have a pattern, what we would do is, generally we would put all the cost together and all the sales together. So what I would do is, say for example, let's rename this to cost I can't do that, can I? I should cut and paste, so that will be complicated. What's a better way to do? Yeah, that's okay. Let me do 6 cost and then sales month 1. You get the idea. I'll make it as, this is a sales section and this is a cost section. Okay, so we did some kind of algorithm here, but that doesn't matter. That's just some values, random values that we have to input. We just inputted. Now the purpose of this project is to understand how we can understand the revenue. So cost is what you're incurring and sales is what you're actually getting from the customers. So revenue is the total income stream that you're getting, and we'll try to see how much is that revenue for 6 months. So your overall sales from month 1 to month 6 is your revenue. Let's add all this together with a formula. Go to formulas and click on auto sum. It will give you a revenue. Now expand the column and you'll be able to see what's the dollar value that it gave. Do you want to double check? You can select everything and see it's 1209 on the bottom right here, 1209. That's exactly the same. Do for the same for the other and see it's 2776.50. So it's pretty much Excel takes care of it. This is the advantage of Excel. Use the formula and it will take care of pretty much everything. Now revenue, we got the revenue. What else we need? We need to know what is the profit. Okay, so how do I know the profit? So now I know the revenue, so I need to also sum up the cost. I can do it 2 ways. I can say create a column cost here and take the sum of all the cost together, 6 months of cost together, and put it here. As in, I'll try to show you how to write the formula today, because the column is not here. We don't have place to calculate the auto sum. I'll just say equals to capital SUM, open bracket, select all the columns, all the rows that you want to sum up for this formula. That is B2 to G2, from here to here, vegetables cost, and close the bracket. So you got the cost. And similarly you just do it for others also. You just drag it and then you will know what is the cost of others. So for example, I want to double check if my formula is correct. I'll select all these values and see what is the total. 15,862.50. Let's see if my cost total is correct. 15,862.50. So my total cost is correct. Revenue for sales, I'll select all the sales and see what's the total revenue. 25,852.50. And what is the revenue here? No. Yeah, and revenue is 25,850.50. Correct. Sorry, I got confused there for a second. So our totals are working perfectly fine. Our formula is working perfectly fine. Sum of columns B to G. Now, what is the profit that we made today? Let's go and see what's the profit. Profit is as simple as what's the total revenue that you had minus the cost that you incurred. That's a profit, which means You just have to do a subtraction equals to select this column N2 and then use minus, type the minus from your keyboard and select this column O2 cost, hit enter. That's your profit, if there is any. Yeah, there is a profit. And you do the same by dragging the column below and you get what is the total profit that you have got in 6 months. So I want to see the total here. Okay, then now drag everything and just select one empty space and click on auto sum, and this is the profit that you are making. I want to see how much revenue I had in 6 months. Do the similar thing, select everything, click on auto sum. It's 25,000. Cost, do the same. It is 15,000 something. So 25,000 minus 15,000, 25,852 minus 15,862 is 9,990. So Excel did that perfectly for us without even, it did the sum of this. There is another. We got the total by summing this. There's another way to do it. Let me delete it. I could use the same formula, revenue minus cost, which is dragging from above, which is already there, revenue minus cost, right? Drag and drop. Look at the formula, same value, 9,990. N8 minus O8. This is N8, row 8, column N, N8 minus O8 cell, which is N8 minus O8. You got the profit. So for easier identification, I'll color code profit as green and revenue also as green, cost as some other color, maybe orange. So that's your overall value. This is the profit for 6 months. So it's amazing how we can use Excel to compute it so fast, and we can have graphs, pie charts designed on top of this revenue model. We can cover that in a later exercise. Thank you for watching. Please consider to like and subscribe.